Let's talk about what do you outsource. You need to start by identifying your needs. What is your needs and what does your business do that takes you the most amount of time? So is it graphic design, site building, maybe it's SEO, writing emails, or maybe it's even making one-on-one sales? You need to know what you need to outsource first. So the first example that I want you to think about is this. Let's say that you have a website building company. You get a new website, a new customer, and that customer, you know that it takes you 2 to 3 days to build his website. So let's say you got 1 customer this week or 2 customers, then you worked the whole week on creating their websites, and that's it. Your week is finished. Now you know that it took you 6 days to build those websites, and you're done. You were able to manage only 2 customers. You would get that someone, he would work for you, and all throughout the week, you could close more deals. You could get 5 websites this week. And for example, that employee would be able to manage only 2 of them. Then you'll hire another employee. That employee will be able to handle another 2, and that's how you grow exponentially. And you can close more deals, and that's one thing to think about. Another thing is, let's say that you have an eBay store, and you don't want to do the customer support. Each time someone asks you for a refund, they ask you what is the color of this product and can I order it. You don't want to talk to them about that. It's too low level for you to handle. So what I recommend is hiring someone for handling your customer support on eBay. That's another thing. You need to identify your needs, see where you could spend more time and get much bigger results, like bringing more customers, making those one-on-one sales, and see what other stuff takes you too much time, like this site building or SEO or whatever it may be, that you could just outsource and get much more results if you had some people working for you. Now let's talk about the different things that you will outsource. So for example, there is the technical setup of a website. So the actual setup of a blog or WordPress site is easily outsourced. You can just give it to someone, he'll do it for you, you don't need to even think about it. That kind of stuff that some people are struggling with, you can just outsource for as little as $5. Now many of these components can be done just by one person. So you can just set the whole task and tell your employee, do that exactly the way I want it to be, and he will just finish setting up all of your WordPress blog and even put a nice theme on it. So that's one point, technical setup. The second point is blog post writing. Let's say that you have this blog and you need to update it. Most blogs are outsourced. You don't really need to write those posts. Many writers on a blog are hired from. You don't need to work so hard on writing all of those blog posts. Writers are paid on a per post basis, but sometimes you can just hire someone to be your blog post writer. That's what you're going to pay him for. Let's say you tell him that his fee is $200 a month. You need to see how many articles you can crank up in 1 month for you to know that he is really effective, and that you cannot hire someone else for like per post basis and get even cheaper result. Writing those new daily posts on your wall, on your company's wall, that's something that is easily managed with outsourcing. You don't need to think about it, you just need to give them ideas of what this company is all about, and they will do it for you. Another thing is email broadcasts. So it can be done by either having the employee create a swipe for you and you put it in your autoresponder, or if you trust your employee, you can give him logins to your and schedule the broadcast. Set up guidelines for how often do you want an email to be sent to your list, and what is your structure for writing an email. So for example, maybe you'll have a small introduction, the email, the call to action, then you'll have the thank you or something else like best regards or something like that. And in the end, you have the signature. So you need to set up the structure for them to know, for your employees to know how to write your emails when you schedule a broadcast. Another task that I like to outsource is the market research. So if you're researching and checking the competition, you can have someone else do it for you, and they will do a really good job. I found someone in Fiverr, for example, in the last few days, and he did this SEO competition report for me, and I got really good keywords from that, and it really helped me. I lowered my CPC in my AdWords campaign, and I got also really low competitive keywords for my SEO campaign. So all in all, marketing research can be really done outsourced. Also, another thing that person can do that do the research for you, he can find you ideas for fresh banners. So let's say he can see your competition and he can give you their examples of what are they doing in their banners, and you can take inspiration from that and give it to your graphic designer. Another part of the business that people are struggling with is creating their landing pages. This is something that can take a lot of time if you don't use the right tools. But if you don't want the hassle of creating a good landing page, you can have someone else do it for you. You need someone to do the copy. You can teach him that, how to write copy for your landing page. And then you can combine both. You can combine the landing page with the copy. The second person can do the graphical design and stick the copy that someone else is doing and stick it together. And I found that many times graphic designers are really not good in writing copy. So you need to hire someone else to write a copy. That could be your article writer or someone like that, or maybe it could be you. And they could stick it inside a copy. The graphic designer just can put the text that you wrote and put it inside of his landing page. Now let's talk about the sequence of outsourcing. First of all, as I said before, you need to find what bothers you most and outsource that. You outsource the stuff that takes most of your time. This kind of stuff like writing the articles, like creating the website, stuff that don't bring money, but actually this is the end result of a deal you closed. So you don't want to do that. You want other people to do that while you focus on growing the business. Now, to reach full automation, it's possible. I've reached full automation in some parts of my business that I don't need to do anything. But first come to the conclusion that you want to do another business, or maybe you just want to rest. Like for example, half a year ago, I just wanted to rest, not do anything. So I outsourced my whole business and I just relaxed. It was like 2 months, 2 beautiful months. I just relaxed. I went to the beaches of Thailand. I enjoyed. Just wanted to rest, so I reached full automation. But lately I want to grow the business and make it much more successful, so I came back to the business and I'm outsourcing what I can, and some other stuff I do myself, but then I'm handling multiple businesses. That's why I don't care to do some stuff, because I know that in the end my employees can do everything I do. So I set a system and my employees are working throughout that system and making sure that everything is working perfectly. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one.